And Lush,
Damn.
if you show up after this 1 week suspension and you still seem like you're on a quote unquote seek one, then we are going to have issues because I personally feel like Lush working here, him being in some state of recovery should probably be kind of required. Like, this is not just a cool, chill gig where you can just be a junkie and be showing up face and inviting a million people through, etc. Like, this is not the environment that we're trying to foster here. I thought
It's not?
Because for years it was.
Bro, so once Adam stopped taking perkies, everybody got to stop taking perkies, champ.
Yeah, ride around with an OG, you know me, fat boy smoke a OG with the dope lean fofo to the police. Mr. Never give a hoe with a holy. As I proceed, getting money with my whole team. Cold D's gonna ride to the slowly. Oh me a bitch bad, but she chose me.
Lush, without telling us, had basically told Travis Ford to come through with quote unquote the whole hood. I believe it was specified. Like, when we later saw the text messages, we realized, okay, Lush had basically extended this invite, not told anybody in the office, and he tried to come on the news. He tried to make it seem like a smaller thing than it was. He tried to notably blame it on Remo, which really stood out to me because he also been.
Yo, why is Remo getting blamed for everything, son? Yesterday, Flacco Thunder thighs. Shit, look at this thighs, shit. God damn. Lush may be out of here. So what Lush tried to do is, Lush didn't think nobody was going to be there yesterday. So what Lush was going to do was have these up there, you know what I'm saying, to try to get his own shit popping. Lush.
Basically tried to do that when we had the "you lied to me" Lush moment. He also kind of tried to blame that on Remo at a certain point. Either way, Remo didn't have anything to do with it. We saw all the text messages. So there's all these dudes outside. They're asked to leave multiple times. Lush is going in and out, and Lush is telling us one thing, and then when we're seeing the video footage of it, we're realizing that Lush is basically like feeding a different version of events to these dudes that he thinks is making it less likely that he would get his ass kicked by them, because it seemed like at a certain point that might have been something that they were kind of interested in. Either way, as time goes by, Lush basically I mean, honestly, like, Lush is calling in the favor from Wack. He's got Wack on the phone. Wack's telling him to leave, etc. It was just a total mess. And meanwhile, I'm just trying to get my pipe on the podcast. And at a certain point, they ended up leaving. But my rage towards Lush for putting us in this situation remained consistent, because this is...
champ, that had porno rage, champ. Champ.
I was gonna say, just so happens to be the day he does plug talk.
Right.
A really weird, sick, degenerate type of thing that somebody would want to tune into.
Mike, why are you there, Lush?
Anybody who saw him on the Tuesday show could probably tell that he is on a seek one, in the words of various Rasa members out there. He was not in a level-headed state of mind. My read on it is that his girl went out of town. And I think after the incident in which he puked on the ground in the building, that his girl had basically been on his ass to tell him, hey, I don't want you drinking as much or doing drugs or whatever it was.
Yo, why are you out in this lights like this, bro?
I think Lush saw that she went out of town and decided to go back to his old ways. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that consists of. Definitely there was a lot of alcohol going around because he was slamming buzz balls around me and stuff.
Here we go with these buzz balls, bro. Bro, if you drink buzz balls, you a fiend, bro.
Basically, I feel like one way or another, Lush just is on a bad one, and is very disappointing because it felt like he had kind of gotten his stuff together for a while to a certain extent. Now, I don't know that he was like completely sober or anything like that, but he was behaving in a more rational manner for the last few months or whatever. It seemed like he was in a better state of mind, but I feel like through his sort of J-Cat arc that he's going on right now, and who knows how long this is going to last or when this is going to be over, but he basically ended up promising a bunch of stuff. We all know that Lush's like main character flaw is that he's a glazer, that he has a really hard time saying anything bad to people. He doesn't have he has a hard time getting into an argument or a disagreement with somebody. If there's something that someone suggests, like even with this Travis Ford situation, I think that like a more rational person would have said like, oh, okay, let me hit the team up. Let me see if I can do the interview with you, etc. Instead, Lush is just, yeah, pull up with everybody. Let's do it, whatever. And I ended up talking to Travis Ford. It's cool. We had a conversation about it. He understands what the situation was. He understands that he was misled, that I didn't have any particular anger towards him, and that Lush was the one who was feeding him bad information. But let the record reflect, this dude was showing up with cakes.
Yeah.
I mean, there was cakes. There was a truck with
no jumper cake,
no jumper thumbnails on the side. I don't know exactly. Like,
the text messages though, like did this show that
we've definitely seen text messages that Wax showed me pretty much immediately.
and that Lush said you'll pull up with everybody, or
Lush said pull up with the whole hood.
Or was okay, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We do
I ain't
have
gonna
a
lie.
video.
At first, I was like, man, they got Lush stuff for suspending him. He just did some Lush ass.
Yeah, because
But
invite him.
telling pull the whole, you just do.
That's crazy, right? Right? Because what I assumed took place though.
Leave. I thought he
was
was
Lush-
invited Travis, and he do what he always do. Which
Well,
is
that
invite
too, or like saying, yeah, bro, pull up. Let's turn up.
I just emailed it.
Right? So I felt he said, yo, pull up, let's turn up. And then again, bro, even when you say that, you don't expect for somebody. A rational human being would never say, hey, bro, I got to invite to come and turn up. And I'm going to bring 40 people with
I'm
me.
gonna bring a cake.
So
a
that's what I
banner,
thought
and
happened. But if he
30
said
niggas.
bring the whole hood,
He brought his own
that's
mic.
different.
Okay, but this is the thing.
About?
Last time that Travis Ford came, he came,
Munchie B, how the you know he bought a mic, bro? Did somebody tell you that?
and it was equally an issue with us that
Really?
there was that many people here.
That's a fact.
And I don't know if he actually caught word of the fact that we were not happy about this, but for sure Lush knew. And in particular, I posted video on my story that showed Travis going into the other room and taking some T-shirts, which
Everybody saw it.
Crept in, feet not even making a whisper.
Damn,
all right, grabbed the
bro.
merch, put it under his clothes, then he walked out. Now, shout out to my guy, Moneybag Rose _62, the guy you see right here. So he actually got the merch from Travis Ford and brought it back because he really wasn't feeling, Travis Ford taking the merch without permission.
Lush has been handed a 1-week suspension, which was kind of awkward because he did go out and film a hood vlog with a bunch of small children, from what I understand, as soon as this whole debacle ended. I felt like a 1-week suspension was the least that we could do to just make it clear that we are not okay with people who work here engaging in JCAT behavior. And Lush, if you show up after this 1-week suspension and you still seem like you're on a quote-unquote seek one, then we are going to have issues because I personally feel like Lush working here, him being in some state of recovery should probably be kind of required. Like, this is not just a cool, chill gig where you can just be a junkie and be showing up faced and inviting a million people through, etc. Like, this is not the environment that we're trying to foster here. I thought
It's not?
Because for years it was.
Bro, so once Adam stopped taking Perkies, everybody got to stop taking Perkies, champ.
some would say that I deserve to be, up there on the Mount Rushmore of religious figures with Muhammad and Jesus and Moses.
Yo, bro, somebody's going to clap Adam, bro. Like, I didn't really feel like that until now, but now you playing with religion and shit, bro. Somebody gonna clap you, bro. No.
All I'm saying is that the JCAT behavior needs to stop. Lush one, you fucked up royally. He seems like he understands that at this point, but I would just like to request and suggest on behalf of all the fans, we don't want the JCAT activities to continue. I told him while the suspension is being served out, I also would appreciate if you didn't take this as an opportunity to just, indulge in making a ton of content about the situation, etc. I'd like him to take a little bit of time to just think about the fact that
So now he can't make content about the shit? I'm not letting nobody control me like this, bro. This is crazy. So not only are you suspended, but you can't make no content on your own platform about what happened there. I want you to chill out. I want you to not make no content for a week, and then who are you to tell him he can't talk about some shit that he was involved in? Who are you?
That's his employer.
Crazy.
Remember that. They're all
Ah,
workers.
damn,
They all work for Adam.
Champion.